Good morning, class. Today we will discuss the new topic of the chapter Constitutional Design. Hope you studied well the previous chapter, which was related to Nelson Mandela. Here we will see about the basic question of the chapter: why do we need constitution? So here we will have some question like, does the story of South Africa's struggle for freedom remind you of that Indian national movement? Remind you the Indian national movement? So many questions are there. So the same thing, because it happened in India. So in reference of India, we'll discuss certain topics. But here, first question is that why do we need a constitution? The constitution is what? As I told, that the constitution is that where the rule regulations are, and government simultaneously, citizens are abide by that. So there are some questions which can come up, like the South African constitution. South African example is a good way to understand why do we need the constitution and what do the constitution do. So the oppressor and the oppressed. Oppressor, the white domination, oppressed the people of South Africa. In this new democracy were planning to live together as equals. Means after the fight of independence, what is the planning? We have seen togetherly they sit and discussed about the new policy of the country. So it was not going to be easy for them trust each other. Happened very easily. Why? Because when so much you can say atrocities were there, so much tortured people tolerated, and after that, can you believe that the two parties, oppressor and oppressed, sit together and discuss together? But it happened, we have seen. So they had their fears and they wanted to safeguard for their interest, and the black majority was keen to ensure that the democratic principle of majority rule was not compromised. They wanted substantial social economic rights, and the white minorities was keen to protect its privilege and property. So you have seen that the majority of black, they particularly wanted that this should happen. Nothing will be there to compromise with the situation. And on the other hand, white minorities, they were feared, they were frightened about all these things. Ki after the new constitution, what will happen? Means their rights were taken away, their property right and their other it could be taken away. So they were in such particular situation, they were afraid of that. So after long negotiation, both parties agreed to a compromise. To a negotiation, they sit together, discuss together, and they agreed to a compromise. What kind of compromise was that? The whites agreed to the principle of majority rule and that of the person one vote, and they also agreed to accept some basic rights for the poor and the workers. Means all agreed about, means the right of the poor one. You see in the constitution, when everyone is equal before the law, so equally is it was the thought of equality for everyone. So the black agreed the majority rule would not be absolute. They agreed that majority would not take away the property rights. For that particular, white domination were feared. And this compromise was not easily. You can say that particularly when they were tortured, the black one tortured, they did not get any facility, any right. They were segregated, their facilities, public facilities, everything was segregated. They felt, so how this can be easy for them? So the compromise going to be implemented even if they manage to trust each other. Means, if we say about democracy, what is that? It is the mutual understanding. Means when we people think together, live together, and just we think first the country or the nation, then other things are later, so that will be easy. So what is that? It is only the trust between these two parties, so will not be broken in future. This bond was made among the people or between the parties or among the parties, you can say, so that the trust can be there. So it is only trust to which the government have to be formed, and The system has to be followed. The only way to build and maintain trust in such a situation is to write down some rules of the game and everyone abide by. So now we can compare this. Suppose any game we have and we play, so there are some rule regulation of that game, so we have to follow that one. These rules laid by how the rulers are to be chosen in future. And these rules also determine what elected government are empowered to do and what they cannot do. Finally, these rules decide the rights of citizen. These rules will work only if the winner cannot change them very easily. I think everyone is getting what is the story behind. So the rule regulation are for what that they should specific existed, they cannot change time and again. So this is what that South African did. They agreed on the same basic rules. Some basic rules were given. As you can say in our reference, the fundamental rights. Whether the government comes and goes, the rules will be the same. So any kind of government is there, they cannot touch, even they cannot do any amendment in between these policies, these rule regulations. So they also agreed that will be supreme, that no government will be able to ignore these. This set of basic rules is called the constitution. So what is constitution? The basic will be ignore these set of the basic rules is called the constitution. Basic rules means fundamental. What is the backbone of that constitution is that basic rule, means they should be existed, they should not be changed by the government which are coming or which are leaving their seat. Constitution making is not unique to South Africa. Every country has diverse group of people. As we have in democracy, we see different kind of people live, diverse group of people. And the relationship may not have been as bad as between the whites and the blacks in South Africa. But all over the world, people have differences, the opinion and interest. This can you see. If we talk about the religion, we talk about caste, we talk about standards. So this happens everywhere. It is not the new thing. So different opinions we have in democracies, but whether democracies or not, must countries in the world need to have these basic rules. This applies not just to government. Any association needs to have its constitution. Any association, we are talking here not about any country, any system. As we discussed in the previous chapter, in family, in party, in class, in any institution, so there is the needs of some basic rule regulation. Why? Because of those rules regulations, the administration of that organization, that association moves smoothly. So the value of constitution is like that. It could be a club in your area, a cooperative in society or political party, as I told you. They are all needed constitution. So everywhere the constitution is required. I hope the question, why do we need constitution, you got the answer of this. Why? Because avoid conflict, avoid dispute, avoid differences, we need constitution that should abide by every, irrespective of caste, color, creed, gender, etc. So now we will come to the main gist of these paragraphs. Thus, the constitution of a country is a set of written rules that are accepted by all the people living together in the country. Constitution is the supreme law that determines the relationship among the people living in territory called citizens, and also relationship between the people and the government. A constitution does many things. The value of constitution here, we can say the importance of constitution is what? The first, what is it? It guarantees a degree of trust and coordination or that is necessary for different kind of people living together. What is constitution? It guarantees a degree of trust. This beautiful word you have to remember. Means we trust to our government, and government is answerable, accountable to the people, and different kind of people living together. It is a trust between among all these people. So it gives the guarantees of a degree, means any kind of people irrespective of caste, color, creed and gender. These means that particular everyone is believing. Sometimes you have listened or you have heard in the news or by the people, when any critical case is running into the courts, and the people who are accused and who are going for justice, they always say, I believe in Constitution of India. In Hindi if I say, मुझे भारत के संविधान पर पूरा भरोसा है, they say all these words. So what is that? That is constitutions, whatever say, it is followed by the all institutions, whether legislative, executive and judiciary. So second, it specifies how the government will be constituted, who will have the power to take each decision. Another is that specifies how the government will be constituted, means how the government will come to existence. It's not the wish only elections are there, like unlike the other countries. So it will have the power to which of decision, means who will come and whatever the decision will be taken. Third, it lays down the limits of the power. Limits of the power to whom? To everyone. Firstly to government, and tell us what is right and for the citizen, and means what is right and wrong for the citizen. Firstly, governments are fully responsible. They must, if they have power, they must have the limited power. With their own purpose, their own selfishness, they cannot use the powers of constitution. Means fully they are devoted to the country, to the people, for their city, for the rights of the citizen. Fourth one is, it expresses the aspiration of the people about creating a good society. It expresses the aspiration. Aspiration, everyone is aspired by the some rule, regulations, government. The aspiration of the people, and aspiration means whatever the people are wishing about creating a good society, means people want that our society should be free of corruption. People want that the government should be honest, it should transparent, it should be you can say a government should which think on behalf of the people, which act on behalf of the people. So these many questions are there. So that particular will be like that. All countries that have constitutions are not necessarily democratic, but all countries that are democratic will have the constitution. Now I hope you got this answer, because in previous chapter the same thing we discussed, means it is not necessary that the the country should have constitution. In democracy, that all the countries are democratic will have the constitution, means in every democracy there should be constitution. After the war of independence against Great Britain and America gave themselves constitution. After the revolution of French people approved a democratic constitution. Since then it has become a practice in all democracies to have written in the constitution. Means we have two great examples before us. Firstly of American constitution, means American Great Britain, when there was you can say independence fight between America and Great Britain, so they write their own constitution, that is American. And after the French Revolution, what happens, everything they adopted from there. Like if when we will study French Revolution, you will know from there that the democratic rights were given first in their own constitution. So this was the answer of why do we need constitution. I hope you got this answer. And the next topic is that making of the Indian Constitution. So here the video will be longer, but I stop this here. In the next we will study making of the Indian Constitution. I stop this here. Thank you.